So back here for the start of the second half, and Limerick making a change at left half back. Turlough Herbert's gone off, Tyke Hayes has come on, and of course it's Clare who lead by a point. Clare with the wind at their backs. Free to Limerick, and straight away the referee drawing attention to the sideline. That there's a Clare player, seems to be Jamesy O'Connor, who's in need of some attention.
It's going to be interesting, Jared, to see how Clare will play with the wind in this half. Limerick just weren't able to play properly with the wind in the first half. And will Clare stay out, or will they stay inside waiting for the high balls to come in? There are times when teams play better against the wind than with it.
The Clare medical officer is Dr. Pádraig Quinn. There's the substitute, Tyke Hayes. He had been mentioned in dispatches leading up to this match that he might have replaced Mike Nash, who seemed to be an injury worry much earlier on. Mike had a near infection, but contrary to some reports, he wasn't suffering from vertigo, I'm told. So a quick pause in proceedings here. Jamesy O'Connor, the school teacher from St. Flannan's. Ger Loughnane, the team coach, also a school teacher. So care and attention then being given to the Clare number 12. Mentors at one corner, the fans, and a few gaps in the Clare following behind the goal at the Killiney end. They haven't travelled in as huge numbers as before. That's disappointing with so many failures down the years, but Jamesy O'Connor anxious to make amends. He's back at midfield, marking Sean O'Neill. Dave Clark will be the free taker. So the Kilmallock man pucking into the breeze. Limerick's first attack of the second half, which is broken up by Michael O'Halloran. Knocked forward. PJ O'Connell. O'Connell hitting a shot from some distance out, straight between the posts. A wonderful point. Well, he got one in the first half, but that was far better. A fine score by the O'Callaghan Mills player. And now Clare lead by 1-6 to 7 points, a lead of 2 points.
This is just what Clare needed, a quick score in the second half.
He knocked it away from Kieran Carey, did well from a good 50 metres out, straight between the posts. And Clare back in the attack once again. Stephen McNamara can't take it up, leaves it behind to Steve McDonough. The clearance into the centre, no great long lengthy hitting this afternoon by players in either team really. Sean O'Neill and Frankie Carroll. Frankie didn't make much of an impression in the first half. Will need to up his performance, I feel, for the second 35 minutes.
I'd be a little bit worried if I were Limerick now. Gary's not playing well at centre forward. None of the forwards are playing well in opening it up. And Kieran is not dominating the centre back position.
The connection there by Dave Clark down towards TJ Ryan. Brought to ground by Frank Lohan. It's going to be a free, of course, to Limerick. Gary Kirby will be the taker. Limerick's second free of the second half, and just their 7th in all in this Guinness Munster Championship game. So 2 from 4 so far for Gary Kirby, and that's gone off the post and over the bar. It looked like it was going left, but Gary's 4th point. All of his points coming from frees, 1 from a 65. 1 point the margin. There's passion and commitment from followers and players all around the ground. A lot of nervous tension as well, however. Mike Houlihan under the dropping ball with Ollie Baker over there. Tyke Hayes trying to make it his. In fact, Hayes, his first touch since coming on as a sub. Shawnee McMahon running straight into Mike Galligan. Ollie Baker tried to knock it forward. Ball ran kindly for him. Looking for another Clare score. This should be easy for Joe Quaid, and he decides in the end to let it go harmlessly wide. Clare's first wide of the second half, and their 4th in all.
I must say, Ger, that the standard of hurling is very poor at the moment. There's no clean striking, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of hooking, there's no open play, and was all individuals playing individual games rather than playing in team game.
And it's not as if these players didn't have Munster final experience. Clare's third time in a row in this showdown, of course, and Limerick's third time in 4 years. Sean O'Neill back towards Mike Houlihan. Pat Heffernan trying to get first run on this one, held back by Brian Lowen, free in. The Limerick following in particular trying to get behind their team, trying to see them play the kind of flowing, dashing hurling they know they're capable of. And Clare's followers doing their best to make sure there isn't another disappointing end to yet another Munster final. Gary Kirby will be the taker. Straight in front of the post. The ripple on his jersey indicating the strength of the breeze. And that's gone over the bar. The teams are level for the 5th time.
For Limerick to win this game, 5 or 6 players have to up their game, and for Clare to win, Clare have got to believe that they can do it.
At times Limerick look a bit lethargic. PJ O'Connell inside towards Conor Clancy. Mike Nash gave him a lot of latitude, didn't get a good shot on it however, Clancy. Joe Quaid coming out from his goal, looking to see where Stephen McNamara was. An effective clearance downfield towards Frankie Carroll, didn't really get a good connection on it, and to boot it forward. Anthony Daly taking it away from him to Ollie Baker. Frankie gets a partial block on it. Sean O'Neill whips it forward towards TJ Ryan. Ryan trying to take it round the corner, trying to keep it away from Frank Lowen. The Wolf Tones player and Shannon brings him down, not for the first time in this second half. And the referee signalling the free. Quick word to Frank Lowen saying, play fairly.
Yes. If you see that again now, you'll see that he has pulled the jersey off him. Here we go again. TJ Ryan has the ball. Out comes the hand. Catches it. Look, pulls it. That's the second time within 1 minute that he's done that.
Running repairs for TJ Ryan. Should get away from Gary Kirby a little bit to allow him to have maximum concentration on this free.
Yeah.
Dropped in low. David Fitzgerald has it, then lost it, and gives away the 65. Pat Heffernan was almost in for a possible score.
I can't understand that TJ Ryan staying outside there tying his laces when he should have been inside around the square. That ball was an ideal ball for a right corner forward, and this is I don't know, there's something wrong with the attitude in some players that they're not geared and not fully motivated for this.
Well, can it be the fact that they won handsomely last year? Of course, Clare lost to Tipperary the previous year by a big margin.
That's possible. That's
come down off the post, batted away by Frank Lowen. Here's Mike Galligan. Liam Doyle going left, then taking away on his right hand side. The supply of ball inside now for Gerald Loughlin, the Sparrow. Wonderful hand pass to James O'Connor. There's a score here for the taking, and he puts it over the bar. Limerick looking sluggish at one end. Clare come down the field through the intervention of Liam Doyle, and in the end James O'Connor pops it over after a wonderful hand pass, and they lead by a point once again.
Again, there's the situation. Michael Galligan had a chance to get the ball into his hand, misses it. Doyle clears and scores below at the other end. Clare, a great score for Clare at the other end.
3 chances he's had, James O'Connor. 3 points he's provided. It's an interesting move that has brought him into midfield for the second game in a row.
Yeah, I think that's his position really. James O'Connor's position is centre field, and I'm surprised when they placed him at left half forward.
It's going to be a Clare sideline ball. The decibel level rises another notch or 2. Liam Doyle belted to midfield towards Ollie Baker, can't contain it the first time. James O'Connor into space nicely. Declan Nash coming across the line here, the left corner back, making sure that he's not hooked by Conor Clancy. Dave Clark for Limerick. Limerick trailing by that solitary point. Anthony Daly doing well on the half-back line to James O'Connor, racing away from Kieran Carey, who's not exerting his usual high influence in this match. Inside to Clancy, hand pass back to Stephen McNamara. Closed down initially, around it runs, and Joe Quaid has to make a great save. Loses the stick, trying to get it away from the incoming Clare forwards. It's there for the taking, and the referee says they're going to throw it up on the 20-metre line. Oh, real danger there, and Joe Quaid with a blow to the mouth, and he's annoyed because the referee hasn't taken any action. This is where the danger came from. James O'Connor's ball
yes, in here. A good hand pass to Steve McNamara. He's held off by McDonough. Corner forward is actually coming in. Joe Quaid makes a great save. Is held, drops the ball, and the ball is thrown in there. I think that's the only thing the referee could have done in that situation.
Gerald Loughlin, Declan Nash. Nash has it. Lovely pick up. Outside to Mike Houlihan. Houlihan has played an awful lot of hurling, as I said earlier, in the last 18 months, and I think he might be paying for that. That's downfield by Tyke Hayes. Anthony Daly coming in there to rescue Clare from a potentially perilous situation, away from Mike Galligan. In there towards Fergal Hegarty. Lovely steal there, wonderful dispossession by Stephen McNamara against the other Steve McDonough.
I feel, Jared, that Clare are beginning to think that they have a chance of winning this game now. They're beginning to believe in themselves and they're coming forward and attacking. And the crowd realise this as well for Clare.
They've never been this close before, even though there's a good 24 minutes to go. A long, long way. Steve McDonough comes back here again towards Stephen McNamara. Kieran Carey runs into the challenge there of James O'Connor. Secure holding there by Sean O'Neill. Backing back is O'Halloran. Michael O'Halloran for Clare. A 6 Mile Bridge player. Attracting 3 Limerick players to him. They're wanting a decision by the referee that he overheld. Didn't happen. Anthony Daly dispossessed momentarily by TJ Ryan. Out towards Gary Kirby. Back to Daly again. The referee's whistle sounds. It's going to be a free for Clare, and he's speaking to Sean O'Neill. Quick little lecture there to the Limerick number 8.
I get the impression, Gerard, that a number of the Limerick players seem to be tired. Gary Kirby seems to be tired now, and I think that's after his tremendous game against Tipperary. And there's nobody else giving him support. Frankie Carroll is not even in the game today.
Yes, the greater freshness is coming from Anthony Daly's team, and they appreciate it up there in the terraces at the Killiney end. Is the famine to end here? Shawnee McMahon from St. Joseph's, Doura Bearfield, on his own 65-metre line. Whipping it high up into the air, dropping down in front of Conor Clancy. Mike Nash there. Clancy has it, however, a little snapshot, and that's gone wide. Appeals for a 65, but it went off the back by Clancy, unheeded, however, by referee and umpire. And Clare may well be considering another change. On the sideline, they're preparing one of their subs, Eamon Taff, as this dropped in. Wonderful catch there by Clancy. And watch once again as he had a little shot. Did it come off a defender? The umpire said no. Good leap in the air here. Fergie Toohey, the hand pass of PJ O'Connell. Nobody going back to marking. A real lack of freshness by Limerick, and it's punished in emphatic fashion. O'Connell's 3rd point. Clare are celebrating already. They lead by just 2 points. But Limerick gave up that time as O'Connell was going through, and in particular Kieran Carey. Watch the number 6, didn't give chase at all, nor the number 20 Tyke Hayes, and that was a relatively easy point. It's another free to Clare for a chop down in the middle of the field. The referee has a quick word with Mike Houlihan for that.
Limerick are definitely in trouble now at this stage, Ger. Clare are beginning, their half-back line is beginning to dominate the Limerick half-forward line, and Limerick are not able to get the ball in. Quigley is out of the game, Galligan is out of the game, there's no ball going into Heffernan, so therefore Clare are cleaning up around here, and they can sense that they have a victory here.
It's going to take something like a Limerick goal, I feel, to bring them right back into it and give them a sense of belief. McMahon with the free. Dropped in, high, and over the bar. His first. The blue and gold of Clare. Is this to be their day at long, long last? Hopes are high. Shawnee McMahon gives them a 3-point lead.
Switch. There's a switch there, Jared. Mike Houlihan's gone to centre back, Kieran Carey's gone to centre field.
Well, they need to produce something to work some form of an oracle. That's McMahon, wholehearted now. Into the challenge there was Fergal Hartley as well, beaten by Sean O'Neill. O'Neill against Hartley, number 8 against number 8. Trying to avoid the hook, inside to Quigley. Lovely sidestep, there's a goal chance, and he's kicked it sidestep to get away from Michael O'Halloran, to set up the chance for himself after it was all set up here by Sean O'Neill's delivery. The ball played into space, Quigley wrong-footed his man being O'Halloran. And here was his chance to have used his hurley. He kicked it and put it wide. I could only assume he was expecting a block, which never came. Now Kieran Carey expecting a trip, which did, from Shawnee McMahon.
That could be a costly miss there for Limerick. Like, I don't know why Quigley used his leg there. He's tried it twice. Both times the ball has gone wide. He has a hurley in his hand. That's what a hurley is for.
Gary Kirby will take this free. 4 from 7 has been his record today. Dropped in, saved on the goal line by David Fitzgerald. Beats the would-be block of Quigley. Send it back out in the general direction of Kieran Carey. Taken up by Ty Hayes for Limerick. Back in by Shawnee McMahon, playing his heart out up towards Gerald Loughlin, and the line ball favouring Clare.
Everything seems to be going Clare's way this half, and they seem to have this sense that they're going to do it today. Limerick have got to do something, and that was an unfortunate miss for Limerick, but Clare deserved to get away with it.
Well, Gerald Loughlin is out trying to encourage his men along with his fellow selectors Tony Considine and Michael McNamara. There's Ger. Took over from the great Len Gaynor, who brought them so close on a couple of occasions. That's missed completely by Ollie Baker. They all stood back from it. But here's Fergie Toohey, again trying to avoid the hook. Knocked forward towards Conor Clancy. The referee's whistle has signalled a 20-metre free. The foul by Mike Houlihan, who doesn't agree with the referee's verdict. The referee Johnny MacDonald from Tipperary, his first Munster senior final. The referee telling Gerald Loughlin and the others to go back as Jamesy O'Connor looks for another one. He puts it over the bar. His 4th point from 4 chances. That one from a free. Delighted Clare followers. 4 points they lead. 17 minutes to go. The thought of Clare perhaps going to Croke Park for maybe an All-Ireland semi-final, and who knows what else after that. It's a mouth-watering prospect, but in Limerick they have high hopes as well if their team can get back into it. Pat Heffernan dropped in. Mike Galligan gets away from Anthony Daly. The shot, a vital one, and he gives them renewed hope. Galligan's 3rd point. It was 7 last year in this final. He's now playing top of the right. His man is Frank Lohan.
Jared, there's still, 18 minutes to go. This game is going to go right down to the very end, and it depends on who is the fittest team and who is willing to die out there today.
And who's got the stronger nerve and resolve as well. Dave Clark sails over his head. Back to Mike Houlihan, now playing centre half back, having made the switch with Kieran Carey. I think it's Jim McNamara, the substitute, who caught that one, and one of the ball boys returns it. Anthony Daly making sure that the slitter was sitting up properly for him. Didn't get a very good connection nonetheless, but it's Ollie Baker who adds to it. Side towards Stephen McNamara. McNamara against Steve McDonough. Awkward angle, but that's sailing over the bar. In his first Munster final, Stephen McNamara has stretched Clare's lead. I think the cows in the farms of County Clare will be on automatic pilot for the next week if they win this one. 14 points to 10, 111 to 10 points. Kieran Carey takes it from midfield. A good little dash forward. The shoulder by Liam Doyle, deemed to be a fair one. And it's Ollie Baker who knocks it back towards the inside forwards again. Comes off Steve McNamara. Outside to the moving forward figure of Jamesy O'Connor. O'Connor dashes forward. Another injection of pace. Shortens the grip on the stick, and it's gone over the bar. 5 points from 5 chances. These Clare followers are in heaven already.
Yes, Jared, and the score came from Kieran Carey losing possession over on the far-hand side when he should have left the ball into the square. There's no point in running at this stage of the game. He's got to move it.
Too many Limerick players are but a pale shadow of their normal selves this afternoon so far. But there's still time. Mike Galligan advancing. Frank Lohan coming across. Well, they won't want to give a free out in some situation like that, and it's Brian Lohan who comes in to rescue Clare once again. That's a huge long delivery to Stephen McNamara. Good movement forward by O'Connell. Quick pick up, look at the post, and he puts it over. This is a wonderful performance in the second half by Clare. Delirious Clare supporters.
I think the famine is about to end. There's still 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go, Ger, but Clare are playing extremely well.
Well, they've lost 11 Munster finals, you know, since their last victory in 1932, but they have a 6-point lead. They're snapping up their chances, they're eager beaver. They've settled down as a team after the nerves of the opening 35 minutes. TJ Ryan, hand pass forward to Kieran Carey. He's got a man on forward as well, Damien Quigley. Waited for the shoulder to come in, and a bad hand pass. Well, it comes good eventually to Frankie Carroll. Still some pressure being exerted. Shawty Mahan clearing the line for Clare. And Limerick considering another change, I can tell you. The number 23 is Brian Tobin, and he's got to come in. And who's about to go off?
Now, Michael Galligan has got to keep this ball in play. If he goes for a score and it goes over the bar, it's a bonus. But if it goes wide, it's a puck out for Clare.
Frankie Carroll's the player who's gone off as Galligan hits it and surrenders possession to Clare to Anthony Daly. Kept going forward there by James O'Connor. There's a Clare man on the ground after that wild pull. And the Clare man on the ground, maybe Mike Houlihan. So Houlihan, the team captain, receiving attention. It was a confirmation there, by the way, of that substitution. Brian Tobin on for the remaining 13 minutes. Frankie Carroll is off. Well, it was James O'Connor who caught the midfielder, perhaps PJ O'Connell.
Yes, I think at this stage Limerick need a miracle. You know, they need a goal quickly, and then to keep on adding points after this. Otherwise they're in severe trouble, and they're not doing that. They're running with every ball. They're not giving their full forward line a chance to get the ball in low, and they're being crowded out by a Clare backline that's playing extremely well.
Playing well and playing with determination. Houlihan's back on the feet. Limerick have a free. Gary Kirby will be the taker. His past number of frees have dropped a bit short. This one dropping in again, and once again goalkeeper David Fitzgerald practically doing this in his sleep, I think, at this stage. He's made so many good fetches. The clearance not a great one.
Yes, against the breeze, like it's a very strong breeze. Now it's not a mild breeze, it's a strong breeze, and Gary's shot is it's just dropping under the bar, which is not good for the forwards. But if Limerick get a goal, this game is wide open again.
It'll make for a fascinating last 11 minutes as Tyke Hayes steps up to take the sideline cut, only as far as TJ Ryan. And then watch the eagerness of the Clare men. That's Fergie Toohey getting it forward somehow as far as Gerald Loughlin. Then selfless running by PJ O'Connell to get at the end of this. This is great team combination. Wonderful work, and they finish with a point.
Oh.
It's gone to the left.
No, that's Clare now doing something silly. That ball should have been kept and played, come across the field over here to Stephen McNamara, who was available, and that's a costly miss.
Instead, Joe Quaid has the chance to put the pressure back on the Clare backs. Ollie Baker breaks it down. Whipped forward there by Hayes. Anthony Daly. Will he be lifting the Munster Cup, or perhaps Mike Houlihan? At the moment, the odds favour Clare.
Limerick heads seem to be dropping a little bit, Ger. They're not as hungry for it as they were before. Donald Barry is coming into some place there. We don't know who's going off.
Yes, Donald Barry is moving back into the half-back line
for Tyke Hayes.
Tyke Hayes' involvement in this Munster final only lasted 25 minutes. Anthony Daly runs on there towards Conor Clancy to Stephen McNamara. Lost it initially, coming back again. Little block there by Mike Nash. Taken here well by Steve McDonough. Over the head of Sean O'Neill, battled down however by Hagerty to Jamesy O'Connor to take his chance, perhaps down off the post. And that's Donald Barry, first taste of the action. Not a good clearance, only as far as Conor Clancy. And they're punishing everything this afternoon. Conor Clancy's first point. Every one of the Clare forward line has now scored, and that man there in the centre of that crowd just a minute ago is a very proud Clare man. And there's a Limerick man I saw in there in the crowd. He seemed to be congratulating the man alongside him. There's a very good atmosphere at this final. They're really enjoying it, even though it hasn't been classical fare. But full credit to Clare. They've carried the fight. They've taken their chance. They've got the hunger and the eagerness for victory. PJ O'Connell again waltzing his way forward. Nobody prepared to get in. A good challenge. That's to the left, however. And now he's had 2 chances in the last 3 minutes. That's 4 wides in the second half for Clare, just 7 in all. Limerick with 8 wides, but only 1 in the second half. A crestfallen Limerick dugout. Jimmy Hartigan, the secretary, was on the left of that group. Clare's sideline ball. I really simply have to ask the question whether or not the Limerick players were as focused going into this as they needed to be, because having beaten Clare so handily last year, they must surely have known that Clare would be full of resolve and toughness this time around. Kieran Carey can't get it. He's now playing at centre forward, having started centre half back, then midfield. Brian Tobin trying to make it his. Sean O'Neill in to help him. Stopped by Liam Doyle, nobody on him, but there's a block then as Tobin got back very quickly. O'Halloran was flattened. TJ Ryan trying to pick it up. It's been a disjointed Limerick performance this afternoon, a lack of cohesion in their ranks. Ryan picking it up. But they've really been playing more or less as individuals as we watch a rather wild clearance from Fergal Hegarty, putting his own defence under some pressure, but admittedly out by the corner. Here's Quigley.
Now here's the only man who's capable of scoring. Quigley is the only man in the forwards at the moment who's capable of scoring a goal.
But when you look back, Eamon, and you think about the miss in front of goal when he kicked rather than use the hurling, that could have been a critical turning point.
It was a critical turning point, and a goal at that stage would have set Clare back an awful lot, but it didn't happen, and Clare now are leading by 7 points.
114 to 10 points.
I have a feeling Gary's going for a goal, is he?
It looks like he's trying to measure this one, and he puts it over the bar. Gary Kirby's scored 6 points. They've all come from frees, and in terms of scoring chances so far, Limerick with second half chances 4 from 9 chances. Clare had 15 chances in the second half so far, and they've taken 9. David Fitzgerald, son of a very proud county secretary in County Clare, so far that is. Pat Heffernan leaves it behind. Brian Lowen trying to get a connection on it, did well. A real pure stylish hurler, this fellow. Lovely to watch. Down it goes, off the legs there of Stephen McNamara. Runs loose here to the cornerback, who is Declan Nash. Nash against 2 Clare men. Gerald Loughlin, the Sparrow, trying to take it up. Back there by Mike Houlihan. Out it comes as far as Jamesy O'Connor, drops short and pops over the ball. Jamesy O'Connor's 6th point. What a performance by the number 12, who's played at midfield, and he's been a scoring sensation in this game. Look at the happy faces you see among the Clare following here in Semple Stadium. Their lead now, a lead of 7 points.
I think at this stage some of the Limerick players feel that they're not going to win this game, and like there's still 5 minutes, 6 minutes to go, and they should be fighting with everything they've got.
I wonder is that Fergie Toohey down there injured? Seems to be. The referee also taking the opportunity to take some liquid. Jerry Loughlin with a concerned look. Some of the Limerick followers are saying bye-bye. They feel their chances have said, or their team has said bye-bye to the Munster Cup. The Clare following, as Fergie Toohey limps back into the action, are savouring this wonderful second half for them. Clare stand 5 minutes away from bridging a 63-year gap. Or is there a miracle comeback for the Shannonsiders from Limerick? Frank Lowen, son of the great Gus, to Shawnee McMahon. Dave Clark going for it. Mike Houlihan stood back, lashed it forward, stopped by the Clare captain Anthony Daly to Ollie Baker. His goal against Cork, of course, paved the way for Clare to get into this third final in a row. Poor clearance, Mike Galligan has it. Downfield towards Brian Tobin. Limerick needing scores, but goals in particular. That's going right. The groan from Eamon Cregan here alongside me. The poor shot there from Brian Tobin.
You can't afford to be sending balls like that wide when you're 7 points down with 4 minutes to go. That ball should have gone over the bar.
It's edgy and nervous all over the field. Ger Loughnane has looked at the watch. 4 minutes to go. That's knocked forward there by Ollie Baker. Out comes Conor Clancy. Scoring chance once again. It's over the bar. What a day for Clare. This is wonderful from a banner perspective. They've been down in the hurling context for so long. The footballers shocked Munster in '92, and now with an 8-point lead, the hurlers are poised to do likewise. So many broken hearts down the years as Clare people went home from Munster finals in places like Limerick and Thurles and so on. Dave Clark knocking it in. Limerick need a goal. Heffernan perhaps to provide it. Brian Tobin misses it. Brian Lohan stumbled, then recovered. Quigley couldn't quite get it past Michael O'Halloran. It comes back out to Anthony Daly. Nobody on him. Mike Houlihan takes it down. And the referee's whistle has sounded there for a chop down.
I think Limerick have actually accepted that they're going to lose. A number of players there are not chasing anymore. They're just letting the Clare fellas off in time instead of pressurising them.
Gary Kirby took the free in towards Quigley, and it's Brian Lohan who's out there. Nobody wants to win more than Brian. Brian Lohan getting away from Mike Galligan, winning the race easily. Declan Nash trying to stop Gerald Loughlin, but the Sparrow finds Ollie Baker. Ollie is hooked by Gary Kirby. Gary having a word with the referee. It's now Ollie, that's Fergal Hegarty. Hegarty sending in that shot to the right. But at this stage, with so few minutes left, just about 2 on my watch, it hardly matters. Jim McInerney is in, I can tell you, just coming into the Clare team now. And I'm sure Gerald Loughlin is not doing it for sympathy reasons. He thinks that I'm sure Jim can do a job, and do a job very well, and it's good that he's able to share these glorious moments now in one of the proudest days for Clare hurling. Fergie Toohey going off.
I'd put a different thing on it. He's slowing the game down, and so the time is being wasted, which is a clever move on Ger's part.
Stephen McNamara has come out to the half-forward line. Jim McInerney's gone in top of the left. That's knocked away by Ollie Baker, the hero of Limerick, about to be the hero of Semple Stadium. Fergie Toohey being congratulated on the sideline. The subs, the mentors, the county board officials, they've never sampled anything like this. I'm thinking about the great John Joe Goggles Doyle, the lone survivor from 1932. I talked to him a little while back. He was looking forward to this day. I'm sure he's proud as Clare bring on number 25, Lorcan Hassett from St Joseph's Dura Bearfield. Play continues. TJ Ryan. Here's Damien Quigley. Stopped by Shawty McMahon. It hasn't been a classic, but if you're from Clare, who cares? Scoring chances to date. Limerick taking 11 out of 29. Clare taking 17 out of 28. We're inside the last minute. The curse of Biddy Early is about to finish. Nice dash here by Ollie Baker, wasting up a few precious seconds, sending it downfield over the head of Declan Nash, whipped on by Mike Houlihan. Gerald Loughlin towards Jim McInerney. Jim's first touch just showing a little bit of rustiness. He's just into the match. Through towards PJ O'Connell. Mike Houlihan way back there. Limerick have looked ragged all throughout this match, but that's not to take it from Clare. They've shown the dash. Jim McInerney unable, however, to find the range. Well, I remember a league final. You were involved in it, 1985. You were coaching Clare against Limerick. And today, in Semple Stadium, we're now just seconds away from the longest bridge in hurling, the 63-year gap that Clare has waited to take the Munster Cup. Fergal Hegarty, aware that he might have been hooked, going for the score. It's there! Clare are certainly home and dry. The crowd around the field, they think it's all over. They're told to go back by the referee. 117 to 11 points. Gerlach Nan said here in May that Clare would win the Munster Championship. They have beaten Cork and they're about to beat Limerick. Celebrating already there with Tony Considine. They're ready to invade Semple Stadium, and I doubt they'll go home before midnight. Work will be put on hold all over the Banner County for at least the next month to 10 days. The puck out from Joe Quaid. The referee just prolonging Limerick's agony somewhat, but it really is just academic. Mike Galligan, the foul there on Sean O'Neill, free quickly taken by Mike Galligan, dropping it into the square. They look for a goal to put a better complexion on this, and it's a save by David Fitzgerald. Penalty score in the first half, and some wonderful saves throughout this match. Well, Clare have won it! Clare are the Munster champions! 1932, 1995. They came, they believed, they knew they could conquer, and they've done it against a Limerick team that were but a pale shadow of their true selves. The invasion of Semple Stadium, I've never seen anything quite like this. They may have been outnumbered, but they're all ready now to take over the ground, just as their team took over Limerick. Gerlach Nan congratulated by Rory Kiley and by Dave Boylan, the Limerick doctor. What a scene, what a scene.
They were hungry for the ball, they won it, they took their scores and they hounded Limerick into the ground, and that's what won it for them in the end. And then congratulations to Clare, and who better to win it, to lose it to a Clare side of tremendous character.
What a proud man Ger must be right now. Clare will be in Croke Park for the All-Ireland semi-final, and if they don't celebrate between now and the end of July, they might even make the final. Jamesy O'Connor scored 6 points, P.G. O'Connell got 4, and for the record, the full-time score here was Clare, the Masters, by 117 to 11 points. That's Clare winning by 9 points. It's one of those days when the country is full of two kinds of people: those who are Clare people and those who wish they were Clare people. And so to the presentation. Noel Walsh makes the presentation. He's a Clare man. To Anthony Daly, a very proud one. The curse of Biddy Early is consigned to history. The tears today are tears of joy.